ass. Whee! This, if you like fighting games, which you might not because they're terrible, Leon Massey is an incredible YouTuber and has a bunch of incredibly good videos that you should watch. This is one of my favorite videos I have ever seen about one of my shittest favorite characters. Did you know that high DPI on your mouse kills games? I did not know that. Anyway.
Dear Harada, I beseech thee, I beg for just a crumb of buff. What must I ask of you to lay claim to any sense of value?
Sharpen the shit to the head down! And don't ask me for shit.
In any fighting game, you're inevitably going to have some characters that are strong and some characters that are weak. However, sometimes there's weak and then there's this. Welcome to the low world of bottom tiers, a place for masochists or a place for the strong to know what it feels like to be frightfully undermatched. So what makes a bottom tier? The modern bottom tier can still do bits, but typically a player that understands the matchup can have used large blind spots in the character's kit to make it so that they're more frequently in a...
This is a really important point. The bottom tier of our era is not like the bottom tier of yesteryear. It's not. You will never know.
Position where the bottom tier can't abuse their strengths. If you're playing a game made after 2015, chances are you're playing a game without a solid bottom tier, but instead varying degrees of not as good tier. But true bottom tiers are frightfully lacking and almost incapable of getting any work done. In the current day, most games are designed to be patched, and so any character that isn't playable at one point will eventually be at least competent.
So I don't remember this video that well, but I don't, like, you want to play a fucking game, go fucking play JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Heritage for the Future. That shit is out of control. Not a single fucking thought was given to the way that game plays balance-wise at all. Like zero. Like fucking no, it never came up once.
Just look at Street Fighter V. The bottom tiers changed so much because of patching that it's like rolling a dice between who's arse this season. So much so that characters with really good fundamentals and tools to deal with almost every situation can still be considered unplayable, garbage, dumpster fires of characters. Which is the reason that most of the time when people talk about fighting game characters in the current day, they say just pick who you like, because until you reach a certain level of play, tier lists mean nothing to you.
That's a really good point. Tier lists in the modern day only matter once you get to, let's say, proficient, right? So there's novice, beginner, adequate, proficient, good, expert, master, right? At proficient, you start to feel it. You start to feel how Ryu's Shoryu is better than your option, and stuff like that. But before that, nah, you're trash.
The statement, pick a top tier, doesn't hold as much weight and relevance to as many people anymore because the games are in a position where almost every character in the cast can at least hold their own a decent amount of the time, even if there are matchups that make you want to cry. That said, they did do my boy Krillin dirty for like a year and a half, so I don't know. But things start to go really dirty when you start to go back in time. You don't even have to go that far back. Look at Hugo in Ultra 4. This man's so big he could be mistaken for a skyscraper. He's useless without meter, and he's got the mobility of a cardboard box. Why can I shoot a fireball and it covers like 3 options? What the fuck? Hugo suffers from a laser-focused character type that doesn't have much flexibility. He's intentionally designed to be a slow tank that has to work hard to
Hugo's
get in,
terrible
and doesn't really do
in
much
that
of
game.
anything until that point. The strategies that characters of this type can employ aren't very diverse, and because of that, if they're put in a game with systems that don't allow them to quickly gain some ground, they start to fumble. But at least Hugo can do things. He's got a damage output that makes it so that when he does find his opening once in a blue moon, he can lay damage down, and so the appeal comes in working hard to get in, but being rewarded very hard once you are in. Thankfully, the people who like characters with this kind of laser-focused character design aren't expecting them to be top tier, though they're probably so focused on enjoying the character that they probably don't really know what the tier list is. This kind of bottom tier is flawed, but I wouldn't say is flawed in a bad way, since the characters that they embody should inherently struggle since they're focused around specific ways of thinking and appealing to particular groups of players. Typically, this ends up being the grapplers, which, sorry fellas, but you deserve it. I'm not trying to deal with this shit. But low tiers can go lower, and I don't mean the same way that like a joke character can, like the cats in Melty. I mean real, meant to be played characters. Lower than Hugo, lower than Gigas. Oh, they can go real low. At least they're not this. No, move the camera over to the left a little. Oh god.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, I've brought you here today to discuss the most functional low tier you've ever seen. No, not him, actually. Oddly enough, he's really good. You know, in most games, the very bottom tier is due to relativistic factors. Yeah, this character might suck, but it's not because they're inherently awful, it's because they're surrounded by characters that can do what they do, but more consistently, with a higher degree of safety. Just get rewarded for it better, you know, stuff like that. And there's ways that you can play that bring out some of the strengths of those characters. Maybe they've got some good matchups here and there without real reason. There's some room for debate about who the worst character could be, like some Marvel 3 tier lists debate that the Darkstalker's girl that I can't remember the name of isn't the worst. They're wrong, but there is some debate. And then in team games like KOF, you might have a dog shit character, but you can sandwich them between two good characters and pretend you're playing a 2v3 game and make them useful as a punching bag. Or someone to kind of figure out player tendencies without really sacrificing that much, since you know that they're gonna die anyway. Like, Chin might be shit here, but at least you can use them to figure out what your opponent can and can't respond to, even if he does move around like a sloth that's got a bit too friendly with a high-speed truck. Also, he's got the best sound effect in the game, I'm just saying. But this guy is so pitiful that there's almost no question that he's the worst, and no, I won't take Hugo as a rebuttal. If you've never played 3S, you probably know him for this for some fucking reason.
Oh my god, no, Hugo is 10 times better than 12. Hugo is like 100 times better than 12. It's not even close.
But you'd be surprised at just how shockingly non-functional this character is. He can't poke, he can't do set play, he can't zone, he can't play neutral. Trying to play 12 is like trying to survive jumping off a 30-story building with no parachute. Alright, well, I guess that doesn't help my point. You know, most of the time when we're talking about broken characters, you're thinking about characters like Pet Shop that just take control away from your opponent.
There it is!
Or like every character in HNK where they get progressively worse the less broken they are. But 12, he's broken like you might as well have just given your opponent your stick and said, fuck it, you do you. But maybe he's got some like hidden qualities. Yeah, sure, he can't cancel any of his good normals into his specials, and he doesn't have any meaningful combo routes at all. Seriously, this is like max damage without meter. You know what? I can't do this. Let's break down just how much of a walking car crash this character really is. Be warned, I'm about to get very angry over this blob. Hey, you ever wanted to fire a projectile at full screen? Don't. This is happening because when you hit your opponent, you're so minus that you're still recovering from the move for a very significant amount of time. So even if you don't get punished, your opponent will start winning neutral from there. Alright, no meaningful play at full screen. That's fine. Let's look at his mid-screen options. Don't. Okay, to be fair, mid-screen he does actually have one really good button in standing medium punch, since it controls a decent amount of the screen as well as recovering fast, allowing you to gain a decent amount of meter and also make it tricky for them to approach. The issue from this point is that he has nothing else to threaten with after the medium punch. Like if we compare this to a similar move like Ken's crouching medium kick, it starts to box them out kind of like 12's and puts most characters back at a distance where Ken can respond to every situation. If you threaten with this move enough, you'll start to gain a significant amount of meter, and then you can start making this move really deadly by buffering in a super behind it. So if someone walks into you, they're going to take massive damage, so this move has immediate and long-term reward. The immediate being pushing your opponent back, being able to set up for a really strong anti-air, going for a jump in yourself, or resetting again for another crouching medium kick. The long-term being meter building and making these exact same situations more dangerous in the future. 12's puts you back in neutral where you're losing. Okay, it does set up the same distance that we talked about, but there's no new danger factors behind any of these cycles, since the damage is so low and normally puts you back at more risk than your opponent. If you jump in on 12, yeah, he does have an okay anti-air, but without any damage behind any of these moves and no mix-ups immediately to follow or hard knockdowns unless you're using his most committal anti-air to start set play, it makes it really hard to consider any of these real dominant moves, since the risk reward is always in your opponent's favor. And then you get to this range and it's just, oh, what the fuck? This is my best close range combo. No knockdown, no damage, and unless you're so close to the opponent that you're basically conjoined, you come out -2, so you know what that means. Just an admittedly really fast leg and we're done. Which is great as a get off me move, but it puts you back in a situation where you're immediately losing because your next hit will either be insubstantial or puts 12 at disadvantage. What's frustrating is that this character on paper could have been good. If he had more ways to get his opponent into a hard knockdown, say with like EX Squidward hands, he could have at least been an underwhelming but still functional rushdown character, since his little air dash does give him at least interesting mix-up potential. But this lack of a solid goal to work towards builds into a game plan that feels really vague, like do I play responsively poorly on this character or do I just lose every engagement aggressively, which isn't how characters that have a specific appeal should be made. Like Carmine might have issues when it comes to this kind of distance since he doesn't really have any panic moves, but he's clearly defined by the goal of set play and lockdown, so these kinds of issues are justified, since these problems are the points that are the weakness to his goals. Yin and yang and all that bullshit, but what goals can 12 work towards? Because in reality, none of what you achieve will help you that much. From what I can tell, they wanted 12 to be a mix-up focused, low damage rushdown character, which I think is implied by the air dash and the invisibility taunt. Oh yeah, he can go invisible. Honestly, it's not even that good since you can never set it up, and if you do want to use it, you have to sacrifice Oki for it. It might be the case that other characters in games also have this low tier because of the same lack of reward, but at least they have clear goals and tools to make it so that once they're finally in a position, they can make it so that they can do their job, which is implied by their tools. Okay, yeah, you've got a good grab. In fact, it's really good. It gives knockdown, and the back throw sends them so far away that you at least gain positional advantage, and in the corner you can get a really dirty mix-up with Oki. However, even this isn't that good, since if your mix-up after isn't a grab, you're going to put yourself back at disadvantage. It's like trying to make money at the casino by flipping a coin, but heads you double your money, and tails you have to sell a limb. I'm convinced that people that play this character are sexually attracted to the idea of being a bottom bitch, except me, because this character always makes you feel like you're losing right up until you KO, and then you're struggling all the way through neutral, and you finally get super, and you just... It never fucking connects! This character it's just booty bungus. While other bottom tiers are bad because of their relative inadequacy, this character is just a dumpster baby because he hardly functions. You know this character's best super? It's the super where he turns into someone.
Oh yeah, by far.
That's not a joke. That's not a shitty attempt at getting a laugh. That's a real thing. This character has problems, which turns this character into his best super by far. Not in the same way that Dr. B or Dan are designed to intentionally be bad. Now you're in a mirror match, but you're deciding to mirror match them with a worse version of themselves, since you're only in the mirror after a full bar of meter and you've got the HP of a housefly without wings. And so you have to ask the question, why pick this character at all? Because I can think of plenty of reasons to not play him, like how every other character can do the same thing as him, but better. Let's take his best option and compare it to another character, like only one step up the tier list. Let's compare it to Necro. If you like the way that his standing medium punch works, you'll probably find much more success with Necro. Necro
is like the same character, but better.
Covers generally the same space, but has a massive benefit that 12's doesn't. It can actually do some fucking damage, because even though it does less actual damage, it gives you better frame advantage, but can also be swapped out for back medium punch on command, but 12's requires a proximity input, which is an even faster method of gaining meter, and when this move connects, it can be special cancelled into, which allows you to get a knockdown, and also you can EX it, which makes it so that you get extra damage out of it, and if you don't EX into it, you can special cancel into the medium punch version, which gives you a super cancel at the end. Why can 12 not do any of this? And so I ask again, why pick this character at all? Well... Flex. I mean, look at him, isn't he adorable? He's like the fighting game equivalent of a pug, a horrid abomination of all that's wrong with the world, but you can't just help, he's just so cute. There's a certain charm to his non-functionality. Yeah, I could pick up literally anyone else in the game, and in tournament, you're fucking crazy if you're thinking I'm picking this piece of shit. But that difficulty of a character that is consistently worse than your opponents in every way is engaging if you want a serious challenge, and makes any victory, even those little achievements that aren't really even victories, feel much more satisfying. The best way that that I can think of it, for those of you who might not get it, is it's the same feeling that you get after playing Dark Souls. You take on these mammoth creatures, and part of the satisfaction comes from how outmatched you feel, and that bizarre relief/power trip that comes after victory. And would he really have that charm if he was good? Like, would people enjoy Anakaris if he was top tier? Probably not. They'd probably think he's really annoying and weird, and same goes for 12. This character sucks, and unlike Gigas at the start of this video, it's 12's destiny to be Third Strike's beloved bottom tier, resigned to a world of failure, never to see the light of success.
Sean is so much better than him.
12 is the example of what separates low to bottom tier. Low tiers are characters that have severe flaws but are also able to push their strengths. Generally, they are rewarded, but they aren't rewarded well enough to the rest of the cast to justify picking them or considering them as much of a threat as other characters. Bottom tiers are characters that see almost no return for their effort, lack tools to create rewarding situations, and are directionless in game plan because of those two previously mentioned issues. So in summary, just pick a top tier.
Just pick a top tier! Hey, that's Leon Massey. He's great. Check him out.
Look, Gwen, you have to treat a car like you treat a woman.
Go on.
No, I sense I've made a mistake of some kind.
I gotta watch that show just for this. Just for this. Just for this. I don't know anything about that shit, but that is, oh man. The mind reels with possibilities. Alright, we skipped it last time, we're gonna watch it this time.
Person, it's not just whatever, it's fucking 25 years of fucking fucked up world trying to fuck me over, trying to fucking destroy me, and the fucking anger needs to come out, it needs to be unleashed.
That fucking noise! That fucking noise in the background, god damn it! That fucking buzz!
God, I fucking hate this world so much. Fucking the hatred that I feel right now is so strong. It's fucking more powerful than anything I've ever felt in my entire life.
I see everybody clapping.
Yeah, they did put that noise in Sonic Mania. So I don't know if you guys know what that noise is. Do you guys know what that noise is? You do not? Okay. So, when you're running a lot of cables together and you haven't set it up the best, you can get a ground loop. And what a ground loop is that your equipment is interacting with itself and creating an electrical loop. So, if you were to use a mixer and have your stereo or mono mix built in such a way that it's feeding back into itself, you would plug it into this, because this is a ground loop isolator. And it would remove that from your mix. Also, the fact that it's happening in the mix that's hitting the live makes me feel like they're using the monitor mix as the output. Yeah, just plug this in. It's cost me like $13 on Amazon.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
So, by the way, the reason why I recognize that noise so specifically is back at the office at Best Friends, we had that in our headphones for every single recording ever. that was done on the PC. We just dealt with it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Because I didn't know about this.
So angry, so hateful, so full of hatred right now at this fucking fucked up world. This fucking worthless piece of shit world. It needs to fucking just... It's just... This is what you fucking done to me.
Thank you, everybody. It's gonna be a great night tonight.
I don't give a fuck.
Jesus,
Do you guys
that's-
like our memes?
that's lit. Okay, I
Did any
can't.
of you guys come from overseas or outside the country to get here? Where'd you come from?
Yeah, this is the real audio.
Indiana, that's not out of country, man. How about a real out of country? Oh no, it's him?
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, well.
I already watched this.
Ma, I broke another desk. Shit DJ says.
Okay, you're on.
Can I pull the desk? No.
This isn't gonna work.
I'll hold your legs out.
No.
Here, you hold his leg up from the desk.
No.
So you need to have
Joe.
someone so we can all-
Yeah.
Come on, Joe, do it.
Hanging yourself spiritually. No.
This is not gonna work, dude. It's a coat hanger.
He's got you. You're not gonna die. I'm scared.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So gonna die.
Yeah, that's what happens, you stupid kids.
In water, chimps will drown.
That's true. That's true. Let's listen to it again.
In water, chimps will drown.
Just like
If
rats.
you've ever used LimeWire to illegally download a very low quality MP3 of Akon Smack that's actually Afro Man's Because I Got High, but also the file is mislabeled as Sandstorm by Stan with Eminem in parentheses.
Oh,
and
man!
it's actually just 12 viruses in the
Oh,
trench coat disguised
no!
as a song. I have one question to ask
Oh,
you.
yeah!
You wouldn't download a fucking car, would
Yeah,
you?
I would.
The year is
Yeah, I would,
1999,
Jakey.
And I am 5 years old. Ah, look at his giant head.
I
As
fucking
I play
would.
Space Cadet pinball on my father's very heavy-set Windows 98 off-white desktop
I
computer.
love that
while
fucking pinball
farting
game.
and
That
coming
pinball
over in
game fucking
Massachusetts,
slaps.
Sean Fanning and Sean Parker, portrayed by Justin Timberlake, obviously, launch a little application called Napster. And Napster says, "Hi, music industry, I'm Napster, and I'm gonna set you on fire." For the very first time,
I want to point out that for a brief moment in my life, I actually discovered new bands and enjoyed listening to new music through Napster. And then Napster died and I stopped.
there is an easy-to-use tool available to the masses that lets you download all of the music in all of the lands. And for free. Oh my god, that's crazy. And this is pretty monumental because music had existed since the first.
Do you know what happened? I downloaded Metallica albums and I listened to Metallica. And I was like, hey, wow, I really like this. And then I went out and bought Saint Anger to support the band that I was listening to. Taught me a fucking lesson. Taught me a fucking lesson.
This time Adam was like, everybody clap your hands. And Eve was like, stop it, what is happening? Cut it out. And now thanks to the MPEG-1 Audio Layer 3, aka the MP3 if you didn't go to college, you didn't have to buy a physical record or cassette or CD just to listen to one song. CD More like, do you see these songs on my computer? You know what I'm saying? Now, Napster is super important, not just because it lets you download Kryptonite by 3 Doors Down really slowly and for free, but because it introduced peer-to-peer or P2P file sharing to the masses. What peer-to-peer means is that instead of one person uploading a file to a central server and then another person downloading that file from a central server, peer-to-peer takes out the middleman and just lets people share files and dirty little secrets directly with each other. Dirty Little Secret obviously being a reference to the All-American Rejects smash hit, Move Along. Moving along, P2P can be used to transfer all sorts of files, not just MP3s.
That's true.
And eventually it will. Like a lot. Like a lot of porn. But Napster only let you do MP3s, and Napster gets crazy popular, eventually reaching like 80 million registered users at its peak, which if you know simple math, you know that that's more than 4. But the Recording Industry Association of America, aka RIA, isn't having any of that shit. On December 7th, 1999, only months after the launch of Napster, RIA files suit on Napster's butt cheeks on behalf of the 5 major record labels: UMG, SME, WMG, EMI, BMG, KFC, CKY. Between its launch in 1999 and its shutdown in 2001, basically everyone and their dog tried to sue Napster. A&M Records, Metallica, Dr. Dre, who is, he famously said, "Fuck Napster." But this was a ton of publicity for the app, and it only led to more and more people sprinting towards Napster to take advantage of the service before it would inevitably be taken down. The service finally shut down on July 11th, 2001, but dog, it was too late. The effects were irreversible.
It's a bad year.
The entire internet had done a sick-ass Superman seat grab and completely transformed almost overnight. But with no Napster, where did people turn? Allow me to introduce you to my friend Kazaa. Oh, have you met LimeWire? This is my very lightweight, tiny friend who's eventually gonna kind of be a huge deal, and his name is BitTorrent. While Kazaa and LimeWire were the apps that were the most popular immediately after Napster's death in 2001, both of them were a little bit goofy, a little drunk, maybe they were hitting grandma's.
Man, you never knew what you were gonna get on fucking
LimeWire
Kazaa.
was released in May of 2000 by a dude named Mark Gordon, who has degrees from Harvard, Yale, and Stanford. And apparently, all of them meant nothing when he made LimeWire. And Kazaa was released in 2001, and it was developed by some Scandinavian dudes whose names I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce, but they also would later go on to help develop Skype. What is this, the fucking History Channel? I don't look like an ice road trucker. But also, more extra importantly, both of these were absolute garbage for your computer. I want to talk specifically about Kazaa first. Kazaa here was closed source, which means that to this day, people don't know like exactly how everything worked. For example, the algorithm used to double check that 2 files are actually the same thing. Like if 2 dudes both upload Say My Name by Destiny's Child and it's trying to like double check that they're both the same thing so we can organize them. It did not do a good job. Which
no, it did not.
A, you could download what you thought was It's Been a While by Stained, but surprise fucker, that's Weird Al. And B, if you're downloading some software or video games that have some .exes in them, please .excuse me from my computer before I invite 17 really cool viruses.
It was actually really important to not download games. Just download porn and music. That's it. Just those are the only 2. Just download pornography and music.
And hey, you remember our pal Rhea? They were doing it too. Yeah, they were fighting the war on illegally downloading music by spreading fake-ass corrupt files on Kazaa. Isn't the internet so crazy? Another small but also like kind of huge bad thing about the app, it was riddled with adware.
Sure was.
And malware.
Sure
and
was.
spyware. Basically everywhere you could think of. It had it. WarioWare, Ace Hardware. But regardless, Kazaa is popping off hard from like 2001 to 2004-ish. So hard that in 2003, our favorite pal Rhea over here says, you know what? fuck it. If we can't sue Kazaa, we're just gonna start suing a bunch of Kazaa users directly for a shit ton of money, like college students. Why? Fuck them. That's why. You don't need a fucking business degree. Society is a lie. Anarchy, dude. Gamers are the government. As you could imagine, traffic starts to die down on Kazaa because users are getting afraid of going to jail. And while users scatter to other P2P services like LimeWire, in 2006, Kazaa's parent company, Charmin, is sued by MGM in this huge lawsuit and ends up settling for the little tiny baby amount of $100 million.
Oh no!
Which is a lot of, I'll rephrase it for my younger viewers so they could better understand it. It's like if you took 4 of your mom's credit cards. Yeah, like so many V-Bucks. You get it. I'm proud of you. Okay, so anyways, what Kazaa and LimeWire had in common is all of the bad stuff, mislabeled files, viruses, malware, a really cool feature where every song is actually just Bill Clinton saying,
I did not have
that was pretty funny though.
With that woman.
You have to admit it was pretty funny.
LimeWire would even eventually release a version that you could pay for called LimeWire Pro that promised better search results and faster downloads, but because life is hilarious,
I definitely did not put my dick in that bitch's mouth and go, I'm the president.
And pirates always
Definitely
find
not.
a way around stuff. You could just download LimeWire Pro with LimeWire, which is the funniest thing in the world. It wasn't perfect. It was probably gonna require your parents' computer to go to Planned Parenthood and get tested for every STD imaginable, but god damn it, bro. I gotta download that new Avril Lavigne though. Even though it was a beautiful disaster, LimeWire had a good long run from 2000 till its ordered shutdown in 2010, when the US District Court claimed that LimeWire and its Ivy League creator Mark Gorton were both found guilty of copyright infringement.
Oh no, not copyright infringement.
Super low-key chill friend Rhea. So hilarious and chill, especially when he suggests that LimeWire owes him $72 trillion in damages to the music industry, which is more money than the Earth had at that time.
So, by the way, to those of you who are not actually old enough to remember this was the creation of the idea that a download equals a lost sale at whatever dollar amount you put it at. So they would speculate that if you downloaded one song, that is a full CD lost worth of revenue, because what you would have ostensibly done is buy the whole CD to just listen to the one song. This is the same logic that was then applied to video game piracy. And boy, so you get stuff like Ubisoft coming out going, we lost $800 billion on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood because of piracy. And you're like, no game has ever made that money. What are you talking about? It was like, oh yeah, because of piracy.
Which luckily the judge thought was ridiculous, and they settled for $105 million, which is like practically nothing. And over time, music, movies, and TV shows gradually figured things out and evolved with piracy. Unlimited music for like $10 a month on Spotify is a pretty beautiful evolution of the internet's capabilities. And it's way better than running the risk of downloading the Soulja Boy Travis Barker remix on LimeWire and running the risk of infecting your dad's computer with a funny disease and also potentially getting sued by Rhea for downloading a Travis Barker production. So what the fuck is the point of all of this? Well, okay, so yeah, people are always gonna want shit for free, and that's
true.
Never gonna change. But also, a lot of people are willing to pay money and support content that they care about if they feel
That's
like
also
trust
true.
and respect
That's
shown on
also
both sides.
true.
But more importantly, you can get LimeWire Pro with LimeWire. That's it for today. I really do hope you're doing well, and please stay tuned for a message from our sponsor.
Good video, Jakey. I'm not going to listen to your sponsor. I'm sorry.
I wanted to do this quick guide for you guys because these techniques are important to learn when improving at Ultrakill, and they'll be a big part of the P1 guide when that comes out. These are shotgun swapping, projectile boosting, and shotgun parries.
Really?
I want to clarify something here real quick. When you punch your own shotgun pellets, that is called a projectile boost, not a shotgun parry.
Okay.
Shotgun parries are a totally different mechanic, and we'll discuss that later.
You can shotgun parry?
Projectile boosting, also called pro boost or P boost or shotgun teching, makes one of the pellets you fire explosive. This explosive pellet will do 3.5 damage in an AoE and is always centered, which means you can essentially snipe a target at a long range with this.
Cool.
It's a pretty simple technique, but when first learning it, the timing can be a bit difficult.
I knew this, but I didn't know what the parry.
The easiest way I can explain and show you is that you first fire, then punch quickly after. You don't do it at the same time, but it's pretty darn close. Shotgun swapping is very basic and easy to do, but it's also very powerful. You can output a lot of damage on a big target by simply holding down the fire button and tapping the swap variant button after you fire the shotgun. You can also tap whatever button you have bound to the shotgun for this as well, which is what I do. I use custom binds for my shotgun because I use them so often, it's easier, quicker, and more comfortable for myself to put it on another button.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Swapping is so fast because you cancel the cooldown animation of the weapon you just fired by swapping to another weapon. This animation canceling can be done with various other weapons as well, but we'll discuss that another time. So what happens when you combine pro boosting and shotgun swapping? This is the triple pro boost.
Really?
It works just like a normal pro boost, but you have to swap immediately after the first, then perform another, and swap, then perform the last one. This can only be done if you haven't been pro boosting or punching for a short period of time. This is because the feedbacker and the knuckle blaster have a global cooldown timer on them to prevent parry spam and, well, infinite projectile boosting.
Right.
The most you can get consecutively is 3. The timing for a triple pro boost is tough, and it took me a while to get it down, but like anything else, it takes a lot of practice. You gotta be quick. It's very quick, consecutive shoot, punch, swaps.
That seems hard. That seems very hard.
After the triple, you can consistently get a pro boost on every other shot. So you can pro boost, swap, fire, swap, pro boost, swap, fire, swap, pro boost, as long as you want. These techniques may take some time to develop, but they're very powerful and really fun. The last thing I want to talk about is shotgun parrying. This is exactly how it sounds.
I did not know this.
You parry an enemy with your shotgun by firing at the right time.
I did not know this existed.
This does not work for projectiles, and only works at point-blank range. The shotgun parry will always do 7 damage with the blue and 6.5 damage with the green. The timing would be the same as if you were going to perform a normal parry against the target, but you fire the shotgun instead.
Holy
shit! This is a very useful technique to use against Swords Machine because you're in close range and SM has a lot of parryable attacks. It also helps that SM takes extra damage from shotguns.
Holy
you can parry
shit!
Schisms, drones, malicious faces, and even Corpse Minos' fists with this.
That's rad!
Faces, they actually take the damage of a shotgun parry at any time as long as you're firing point blank into them. You can easily take them down in 3 swaps, or 2 swaps and a KB punch. If you're not right up on them, however, you won't be dealing any of the parry damage and it'll take a long time to kill them. Shotgun parrying can also be done with the overpump explosion, though you'll want to learn how to dodge that so you don't take the self-damage from it.
You can dodge the self-damage?
There you have it. Relatively simple techniques, but very powerful. And like I said, they will be important for the P1 guide, which should be coming out soon. Sometime this month for sure.
How the fuck do you dodge it?
Thanks to Locked as always for the damage chart, and thank you to BGB, Hectech, and Mac for the information to use in the Ultra Guide as well.
That rules!
I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Yeah, Ultrakill's cool. I like Ultrakill. Good game, Ultrakill.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
It's
See,
not.
normally, if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50
50-50 chance at winning.
But I'm
Yeah.
a genetic freak.
He's
and
a
I'm
genetic
not normal.
freak!
So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix. Your chances of winning drastically
go down.
See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
It's the best. It's the best. It's the absolute best promo ever. It's incredible. Take that, Spider-Man. I fucking love Japanese Spider-Man. What?
鉄十字団に恨みを持つ麻薬刑事さ。
スパイダーストリング格闘技世界チャンピオンスパイダーマン
What? But you got your fucking ass kicked! Alright. Alright, Mr. Danger, let's see it. Yeah, that's Limza.
Final Fantasy XIV
They
is
were
the game's
roommates.
second life with MMORPG elements. Now, I'm the type of person who's always been drawn to cesspools of degeneracy. I had a ton of fun with WoW Classic, but in my...
Yeah, I watched his fucking, his death rolling videos? Or he's just gambling in WoW? That's all he did, he just gambled?
opinion, the endgame is actually very boring. Besides, I just don't think it's fun to play this type of game on your own. So, I decided to join my friends on Chaos Omega. You see, IRL's kinda mid, so I had to go digital.
Hi, honey. Where you going?
Square Enix provide a very simple installation process.
Yeah, you've got to activate your code.
Sean, you haven't hit the Mog Station mix-up yet. Like, do you think I'm
No! Mini boss? Mate.
It's the first raid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was
like perfect.
And with the Mog Station mix-up out
Wait,
the way,
really? He installed it and signed up, no problem? Wow, I'm surprised.
Time for the birth of a legend. Eorzea has 8 playable races. Ordinary human, incredibly tall elves, tiny person, cat people, enormous muscular brute, dragonkin, burly lion man, and sexy bunny people. I'm more scaly leaning than furry, so I went with Aura, a race balanced between 2 dualistic clans, one that live a peaceful life of tranquility, and the one I picked, who blooded away with endless tribal conflict. Here's how easy the decision was.
Zayla
Top
are
one will
cooler.
do the cooking and the cleaning, the bottom one will ram it up your...
It has been decided.
That's about right.
I meticulously manifest my inner self and carefully move each slider to craft perfection. Make that thick. Yeah, you want some girth on that for sure.
Bob, let's tell Bob.
Over what we'll call a relative period of time, I finally reach a character that I can be proud of. This is how I feel on the inside. In game, on job.
Well, I've never seen a character that looks like that.
It was the 11th sun of the 5th astral moon. After picking our birthday, it was time to choose a god.
Is that
This is,
Ralgar?
however, pure RP. So I went with Ralgar, Breaker
Yeah.
of Worlds, the god of destruction, which is completely in line with the energy of our protagonist. Now, this is a crucial moment where there's a bunch of
It'll be just RP for a while.
classes, and I'm not even going to describe them to you. I picked the one that punches. Name. okay.
Come on, you can't.
Joe Rogan was taken, so I had to think deep. I went primordial. I went with my instincts. This is our hero, Melanie Felony.
Oh, that's decent.
Oh shit.
Melanie Felony's good. Yeah, this hits different now.
For the intro cinematic, I'm going to try to unpack a little bit of the lore here, okay? Now, in the center of the planet, there's a woman, a goddess named Heidelin, right? And basically, in the world of Final
you
Fantasy
don't
14,
care.
when you die, your ether, which is all of the elements that comprise your very being, they return to the center of the planet so you can get reborn. I'm physically manifesting into the world here because we're actually back in time because the whole world blew up, and and there's also the guy with the mask. Okay, whatever, just...
Yeah, that dude's jerk. Is that a Heartless? Yeah,
Intro
kinda.
to Skyrim. Here I discover my terrible fate.
Rated the effects of the ether, I reckon.
At
Oh,
this
you
point,
got-
most of the
it is
cutscenes are,
Skyrim.
have no audio. I wouldn't have long to think about that before the authorities pull us over and threaten to escalate their opinions physically. On a legal level, I knew we were in trouble when they found the bag of prohibited herbs. Shit. I just wanted to boof Root Bark in a furry nightclub. Now I'm staring down the barrel of the metaphorical Remington shotgun.
I
that
fucking
is
forgot
death
the brass
penalty.
blades
But
set you up.
Then some big burly guys exude a bit of vigilante justice, and our caravan elude its worrying social situation.
Man, the Amalja fucking rule. Ul'dah's the worst. I hate that I went to Ul'dah first. I hate that. That's my home city.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose.
Holy
amidst
shit,
the
I
dust
completely
and
forgot
rock,
about this
A
cutscene.
symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the
I
present
literally completely
proffers a
forgot about
brave
that.
soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm. May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flame.
That's what the Rising was. I didn't even... Oh, I'm an idiot.
Flames which burn within us all, for by fire are we reborn.
Boy, adventurer, over here. Hey, people. Seth here.
Oh,
This
god damn
humble
it!
merchant taught me two equally important things. How to control my character and how to skip cutscene. Going forward, these two nuggets of wisdom work brilliantly in tandem, like yin and yang, or PewDiePie and Gay Kiss. He also sent me on my very first quest, the beginning of an entire saga of grueling tasks known as the Realm Reborn main story questline, which spans from about level 1 to 50.
That's about right.
I'll be referring to it as MSQ, or alternatively Hell. Yet at the time I had absolutely no idea what I was actually getting myself into. I was a pure, innocent soul yet to be corrupted by the world of Eorzea, blissfully unaware, just exploring Ul'dah. appreciating the culture. Children
Yeah,
rule the
Hammond.
city. There's mercy killings on the street, and mostly everyone appears to have a strong affinity for dancing cat girls. Nice. I wouldn't slobber over the cat girls for too long though, before deciding to undertake my pugilist class quest to unlock more abilities. Yet, I managed to slay a single enemy before being brutally interrupted by an old acquaintance.
Get in, bitch.
Is that you? Damn, you rolled up on me. Am I in?
This is fairly
really slowly.
close to the new
No, I
experience.
want to get in.
I'm gonna take you to a high-level area and get you killed.
I actually can't leave the car. Is there a button? Like,
Listen, I gotta stand on the seat to see over the dashboard, so you know you're not with the safest of drivers.
Is your guy actually standing up?
How do you drive the
How
car?
the fuck are you doing the pedals?
Well, you see, the thing is,
If that car crashes, the one in the front goes flying.
oh shit!
alright, now I'm out.
You can attune to this crystal if you want.
Click the rock. Always click the rock.
Click the rock. He's right. Click the rock.
Cool. My questionable driver agrees to end the circumstantial hostage situation in good faith and return me to Ulda. Here, I kill a good many animals with my bare hands.
Kill
And
the
then
animals.
It dawns on me that I definitely picked the right class. Marmot wants to scrap, hit him with a pow, pow, pow. With my newfound fists
Yeah,
of
Bootshine
fury,
feels
I return
good.
to Hammond and complete my pugilist guild
Bootshine feels
initiation.
good.
This is where things get a bit dicey, because immediately thereafter, including a couple steps, I, as in the main protagonist, am about to experience my first integral voiced segment of the main story. Admittedly, I didn't read the quest, but I am exceptional at mindlessly following directions. When arriving upon the scene, here's what I experienced.
Oh, Sultan Tree.
Oh god, I
Spirit
fucking
of my
forgot.
mind, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear.
The whole game is like this, bro.
It isn't safe for you here alone. It
Oh
isn't
my-
safe for anyone.
Oh my god, that's what fucking Thancred used to sound like? Jesus.
Etheric disturbance.
Or so I thought, which at the time led me to arrive at a decisive conclusion. There's no way I'm showing you every cutscene. At that point, you can just play the game yourself. No, instead, I'll give you my perspective. Here's how I perceived the story, based on when I started paying attention. Do you know level 45? That's
I do.
exactly when I started paying attention.
He's right! He's right. Okay, no, seriously? Here's things you need to pay attention to in a Raw Reborn story. Tamtar Deepcroft and meeting Harshafa.
Spoiler alert, I guess.
Enterprise.
I forgot how bad Alphino's old voice was. It's real bad. It's real fucking bad.
This is the big moment. We're finally taking off in Sid's airship. He's this savage fella who I met in a monastery. Along with some teenagers, I'm helping him reclaim his former self. It is at this point that he has sort of an intergalactic seizure.
Oh, Jesus.
In a flashback, it's revealed that Gaius, the main villain who currently is ushering in a violent jihad upon Eorzea, is
He sure
also
is.
Sid's father. More importantly,
No,
in
he's-
the future,
you know
we
what?
evidently become infinite.
Yes.
Unbound by the rules of nature, we traverse through space-time, ultimately to deliver this man his goggles. At this point, I said to myself, what the fuck? I dug deep within my subconscious mind to piece.
Did that happen? I don't remember that at all. Okay, I guess
Together, how I ended up in this situation. I vaguely remembered that on multiple occasions, we have been floating in interdimensional space with god energies collecting crystals, and I fuck with that on a personal level, but I had to know more. I had to traverse the innermost sanctums of my mind palace to retrieve enough memories for the main story to coherently make sense. I thought back to the very beginning. I started noticing that I'm the hero, always finding myself in a situation involving some type of peril or evil that I am to vanquish. It's pretty much you're the good guy, hit the bad guy every single time. The actual gameplay mechanics are at this level of progression at best a modernized, vibrant cookie clicker. But because we're playing through 10-year-old content, there's no other option than to just slug through that gamer grind. Doing so may lead you to experience a defining element of the Final Fantasy gaming experience, what the community wholeheartedly refer to as MSQ burnout. Now, I'm not saying that I don't enjoy clicking a quest marker 80 times in a row, but what I am saying is that choosing an MMO to play is a bit like having a wank. There's people who actually download pornography into a folder. That's weak behavior. Then there's the enlightened ones who know what artist they're currently in the mood for. That's based and epic. My friends kept telling me over and over again that you just gotta get through the main story.
Eorzea, a blighted realm. Riddled
I do
with
like
false
old
gods.
Gaius.
However, that can get a bit stale. You see, there's this bitch in the Waking Sands named Minfilia, who's been sending me on this never-ending series of meaningless, futile tasks. Why must I keep delivering letters? You have phones!
Ryder, this is Raging
He's
Bull.
right, they do have
What
phones.
news?
I've wished upon her death many times. Yes. And my prayers fall deaf as the MSQ continues to let me down time and time again. One thing I find is that consistently, Final Fantasy XIV is mid, so you stop playing. And that's when the real game begins.
Oh no! Oh no.
Oh yeah, that goes hard. That goes hard.
Oh god, the fucking creepy maid house.
You slap me like that, I'll slap her like this. Bop, right on the boob.
Fuck you.
Please stop touching me.
Oh shit. Okay. Gameplay?
What the hell is this?
No! Oh, I'm at the Cactuar statue. Ah! Choco Ben Lolo Kobo. I still want to know what Arya named her.
That's Gold Saucer? Shit, I didn't even know about that.
Legends.
As a scholar, and I'm about to finish my degree, I can read to you from Janeway's Immunobiology, 7th edition. Immunology is the study of the body's defense against infection. We live surrounded by microorganisms.
I don't have time for the golden saucer.
Limit break!
Don't limit break a single
Boom! Destroyed! Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna full aggro. Healers adjust.
Oh, he's doing a hunt train at level 30. You're gonna get fucking slapped. Or not. Yeah, okay, no, there it is. There it is.
Oh my god.
Hang on.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Healers adjust. What the fuck?
Oh, I didn't do.
Come on, John.
What? What?
You've got it.
He does not have it.
This is my special move, okay? Hold up now. I go through walls.
I'd love to see some of your special. What the fuck, John?
Right? This is my thing.
John,
I'm just.
you can't be going in the.
Oh,
No,
I'm
come
just
on,
a unique dragon girl doing my thing. I just go through walls and
John.
she can't hear us in here.
Oh, nar.
Yes, T mode, yes! I didn't even know that was in the game.
Oh, every emote that exists is in the game, Mr.
Fuck, he's
Danger.
right behind me. No, fuck, bro.
Yeah, no, we're gonna watch the whole thing. I waited all week to watch this. There's something about everyone doing that when you don't have the emote that's really funny. Has that been out for 2 days? That's all week! Is that not all week? To you?
We got someone down there. Let's go talk shit. Call them a loser. Hey, loser.
I don't know, they nailed that, to be honest. What the fuck? That's not a loser.
Okay, never mind, they gotta fucking try again.
Final Fantasy XIV is basically like pretending to play an MMO with your friends. If you treat it as a social dress-up sandbox with clicky buttons, it's actually pretty damn good. Me and my friends were around the same level, so we decided to dive into a bit of group progression.
Right, where to?
You're not gonna believe this. Where we just were.
Oh, Halatali.
Yeah?
However, at this point, getting boosted was actually the slowest form of progression, since
by
my
far.
new driver insisted on GTA San Andreas RP crypt driving between every destination.
Wait, so
yo!
Adam in the car.
Hey, hey.
Alright, let's go.
Are you serious? You going to Linking Sands like this?
This is a suburban district.
What a fucking dickhead.
The fact that he refuses to fly, he's just slowly driving into a wall, by the way.
It's like Adam,
the speed limit.
That's slower than walking!
More to the right, Adam. We're not enough to the right here.
Yeah, I don't really know. Oh, God.
I can't go off-road in this thing. Look how low how much low it is. It's gonna wreck up. It's gonna wreck the fucking
How far are we gonna take the LARPing?
Okay, well, we have to go right. So.
Well, we
maybe is there any way you could take this vehicle above the ground to the right?
Oh, traffic's awful today, isn't it?
If only we could fly.
I'm getting car sick.
Wait, one sec. I'm looking around the dashboard.
I'm gonna vomit.
Whoa!
Oh, whoa!
Oh shit!
Right. Okay, which way we go?
Such is life with solo male in the driver's seat. You take the scenic route, deny
Oh
some
my
women
God.
their carnal impulses, and before I knew it, I found myself playing the actual obligatory game again. It wasn't even on purpose, I swear. In what seemed to me like a momentary stroke of a fever dream, I somehow managed to bust out like 20 levels, get my chocobo, ascertain the intentions of the youth, acquire the wedding panty look of my dreams, carefully pay attention to the main story. I'm gonna skip cutscene here. I met a German woman.
I am Melve Bluefistvin.
Take my very first airship and ecstatically thrive in pure pleasure. Life is perfect. This game is the predator of MMORPGs. It lulls you in with pretty colors, joyful happenings, and fun times, only to then sink its teeth in as it pushes the unknowing player past the point of no return and into the dungeons. The second it's up. The second it's up. Limit break!
No, do it!
Yeah, I was just seeing if you would.
My very first time ever experiencing a Final Fantasy XIV dungeon, and let me tell you, it's just standing and hitting. Cringe! That's all it is. It's like World of Warcraft.
Well, yeah.
Cringe.
Cringe. Cringe gameplay. Cringe.
Ah, just kidding. It's not really this way. Oh.
This is what's called a side room.
Incredible game design.
This is
Yeah, Tomtara and Satoshi are terrible.
The world building, they had a side
Totorak's
Listen,
better
I know
now.
it seems miserable now, but this game gets so much better.
Oh,
and because
God damn it.
Keeps you from the good content early. When you get to the good content, it feels even better.
Get us just.
Aggro.
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue.
Limit break.
It's
limit
true,
break,
but
limit break.
I'm limit breaking. Oh, let's go.
it's both true and cope.
Press the wrong button. Just give me another 5 minutes. I'll sort it out.
Many whelps, left side, handle it.
You know, it's true and
Magic
cope.
stick too.
Guys, limit break not up yet. Do more damage. Do more DPS.
Please do not pull the boss. I'm a bit nervous about that. Oh, this is a big pull.
Yeah, we got the
problem
big
is
one.
this is
the
shit
big
from
fight.
2013.
You pulled the boss.
Is that the boss? Shit.
I don't know. It looks like a boss.
Alright, I'll heal. I'll heal.
That's not the
stun
boss. Oh, you guys pulled too much.
Kill ads first. Kill ads first.
This might,
No, they're all ads.
this might be a little bit out of my comfort zone.
Heal me.
Just
AoE.
AoE.
Adjust here.
Tank the boss.
I'm tanking.
You're not tanking. I'm tanking.
I'm tanking.
If you were tanking, my health would be going
Well,
down.
I'm dead.
Where's the
I
tank?
need a combat res on the healer.
Oh, they don't have a fucking tank. No shit, they're having a trouble.
Kill ads.
Bro, you need a blue.
Okay, Dad. KO.
I need heals on me from the healer instead.
Everyone's dead.
It's true. To be honest, I think I'm more of like into the Sophie Arya aspect of this game. The questing, like the actual game, playing the game's like kind of mid.
What, you
but,
just
like,
want to play an MMO with women?
Yes.
That's better.
No, yeah, I just want to customize my character. Like, I want to find different colored panties. I want to like find different hair colors and stuff.
Well, you gotta play the near raids then, bro.
What, in game? In game. Oh, ja.
Yeah, dress up is the end goal, so it makes sense. He's right. And he's spending a lot of time in
you might be
Limsa.
wondering, what is even actually fucking happening at all? And yeah, this is Limsa Laminza. Categorically, I don't really know how this town fits into the story. All I know is this is where the debauchery is at.
It is.
The degenerate central command hub. Here,
Yeah.
I found a form of social interaction so emote-based.
Almost like it's Ligma Lominsa, am I right? Fuck you, man.
It felt like learning a whole new language. I also uncovered that in this world, speaking it is the true barrier of entry. Either you're a normie and you think this shit is weird.
It is.
Or it awakens something carnal within you.
It might.
I spoke degenerate fluently by nature. For you see, coded deep within my DNA is the catalyzer of a sequence of actions that ensures very few steps between me understanding a culture and taking over their entire world. Meet Jaina Catherine. His name is Pierre. He's my future wife. The little sapling isn't even gone from my name, yet I'm already one of them. I will, however, say, submissively maneuvering my way to essentially wifing up a middle-aged man with presumably high blood pressure and a smelly t-shirt was definitely limit testing my capacity for ERP at the time. So, I chose the lesser of two evils and continued progressing the main story questline. Let me take you through it all. Minfilia, bitch, sends me on a daring adventure.
So I actually gotta say, the way he's going through it is how I would absolutely recommend that you do this. You MSQ for a while, then do a bunch of stupid shit. Then MSQ for a while, and then do some stupid shit. And then when you go to Ishgard, then it'll hook you.
Adventure. I am to enter a forest and dance with fairies. I'm far from humanity's fairest diplomat, but in this moment, I am our greatest dancer. I gracefully ally with the forest people and earn their trust. Why do I need it? Obviously, because there are bad guys in space trying to employ Ultima Weapon, a biotechnological anti-primal war machine, which begs the question, what the hell is a primal? Well, they're phantom spirits, each worshipped by their own beast race. Think of them as the furry gods of the Final Fantasy universe, and think of destroying them as very, very racist. Unless you're the main protagonist, in which case it could circumstantially be a downright necessity. But I digress. The Black Shroud, home to the Sylphs, is abruptly invaded by Garlean soldiers.
Yeah, it's gonna get owned.
Track, they're the space Nazis, who
They
almost
are,
managed to capture the Sylph Elder Phrixio. He barely escaped into a deep, dangerous cave. It was
You can tell he's actually started to pay attention now.
finally time for a real dungeon.
Oh,
I gathered
no.
my companions and
Which
we began
version
our
is
siege
this?
on the 1,000 Maws of Totorak. Here's what I had to say at level 27, over 30 hours into my journey. Is there any way to tap target? Because right
Yeah, you
clicking.
can. You press tab.
You didn't catch what he said?
My companions, and we began our siege on the 1,000 Maws of Totorak. Here's what I had to say at level 27, over 30 hours into my journey. Is there any way to tap target? Because right
Yeah, you
clicking.
can. You press tab.
It's the name. It's the name of the... It's the name of what you want to do.
Ah! Fucking moron.
Damn, that makes life easy.
Don't try it, for asking. You fucking idiot.
No fucking way.
Targeting on controller is hard sometimes. It's actually gotten a lot easier since it'll just auto-select your most closest thing when you hit a move. It's been a huge improvement.
I've never heard John IQ hit that hard.
Christ, man.
I don't believe it. I'm actually in awe right now.
It's fucking dumbass.
I am here and I am healing.
No, you're doing so good.
I noticed that one of them switched to a warrior.
You okay?
Sorry, I just have an AoE ability, so.
God, I wish that was me.
Oh yeah, in Totorak he finally has an AoE now.
At this glorious moment in time. This is where the gameplay superseded standing and hitting. Yes, this is not a drill. We are in fact pulling aggro whilst running and smashing. Absolutely breathtaking gameplay.
Well, it's better. It's weird that Totorak is now viewed as like the better spot now. Because it used to be the worst shit in the fucking universe.
I stood before my first truly difficult boss fight. I was actually quite excited to edit this final sequence of the video, but fate would come to intervene for what is a story without some dire conflict along the way.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Oh, good.
I love
My
it.
favorite.
What the fuck? Whoa. Okay. Don't send, whatever. What the fuck? What is happening to my computer? What the fuck?
Oh no.
Okay. Hold it 4. Control delete.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
task
that
manager,
is...
Task manager. No, my entire computer's just busted now.
Oh.
Weeks prior, my PC had started acting up. Possibly because he's a naughty boy, but probably because I built it 10 years ago, and physical reality is prone to entropy.
Hello?
I didn't think much of it until one day, the unthinkable happened.
Oh no, that thing is done.
No boot sequence. On the surface, I appeared to be witnessing the death of the duck machine. And along with it, this entire video series. The armchair tech support from my inept Discord server were convinced that my motherboard finally bit the bullet. It could also be that not reapplying thermal paste on my CPU had over a decade, in fact, turned it into thermal concrete. I will also openly admit that my system may have had a little bit of dust inside. I checked all the cables to make sure the mouse that coexists in my apartment wasn't to blame, but deep down I knew he was friendly and wouldn't mess with my stuff. Just
Dude,
look at
what
him
the
eating
fuck?
that M&M.
Dude, what the fuck? You're like a big shot YouTuber with millions of subs. Why are you living in a fucking hovel?
A tranquil little fella. He wouldn't hurt any cables. I kept systematically testing each part to find that they work as they should. But there was one thing I didn't consider. If you've seen my WoW Classic series, you'd know that 3 years ago, I fixed my computer by installing a CMOS battery I found on the ground. I may have sought a...
I did not know that. I did not know that. That's...
Distance from the
Asmongold's a millionaire who lives in a literal hoarder shithole. Well, don't I feel fancy for trying to live in a nice house?
Employed low IQs, nor Google, who both told me that a faulty
Please give me more money.
won't prevent a boot sequence. When a Danish tech genius on Twitter told me otherwise, I finally listened to reason. It was time for my favorite part, using power tools on my motherboard.
Oh my... Dude, Dude... Also, that's not a power tool. Also, why don't you just unscrew it? Be careful with those. Those are dangerous, man.
Red. Oh, that's bad. It's really bad. No, fuck. And now it's pink. Maybe pink is better. And it's red. Oh. Huh? Please? Please. Is the fan spinning? Fan is spinning? Please. Please.
Oh, it sounds like shit.
Bliaze. Okay. This is how I normally boot, so that's just...
Really?
That's dope.
Dude,
These are
clean
my
your
BIOS settings.
monitor. Oh my god.
You don't need them.
Having avoided the death of my computer, I was finally able to finish my video. I proudly present you with an absolutely insane boss fight.
Really?
I am Lahabrea of the Asians,
Hey, Brad.
servant to the one true.
They skipped the...
Is the most fantastic.
That rules.
Did you guys just beat the boss while I'm? Did you guys just beat the guy while I'm in the cutscene?
Yep.
That fucking rules.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
To tell Eorzea's children before.
Hey, I'm gonna watch that series as it comes out. I'm really interested in that. I like Final Fantasy XIV. I think you guys would be happy if you got in. That's just me, though. Yeah, Uber Danger's insane. I'm upset now. That's very upsetting.
Один мой знакомый постоянно спамит мне эту картинку, в связи с чем я, в общем, наблюдаю ее гораздо чаще, чем она того, возможно, заслуживает. Но, тем не менее, у нас с ним вышел небольшой такой спор, что же выражает лицо этого кота.
Frustration.
Вот что говорит мой знакомый. Цитата. Он показывает свое абсолютное превосходство, во-первых. У него есть тарелка блинов и банка сметаны, а у тебя нет. Но при этом он как бы не против и приглашает тебя тоже к столу. Конечно, при условии, что ты соблюдаешь все формальности и признаешь его авторитет. Мне же кажется, что, возможно, все не так однозначно. Возможно, лицо кота выражает мольбу. Мольбу. Потому что, несмотря на то, что эти блины так близко, они в то же время так далеко. Ведь никто не даст ему, скорее всего, ими полакомиться. Это сложный вопрос. Что же хочет сказать нам этот кот? Какую мысль хочет донести этим оскалом?
Queequeg in the chat asks, I have a question. What is thermal paste and should I be using it? If you're not putting in your own CPU, you're probably not going to deal with thermal paste. Thermal paste is something you put in between the motherboard plate and the CPU to conduct heat better because the CPU gets really hot, and then you make it so that it between the CPU and the cooler, be it a fan or a water cooler or something like that. My mistake. And it conducts heat.
Тем не менее,
lumped in with most cowboys, you know. He's no outlaw and he won't quick draw, for he despises violence. Take a fireside moon over your saloon, as he much prefers the silence. Pumpkin cowboy, cowboy. Well, it ain't no bluff that life is tough for a gourd out on the range, but for all the woes in the life he chose, he's never seemed to change. With a smile wide and a kerchief tied around his neck/waist, and he's never riled when a cow runs wild as a lasso them post haste. Pumpkin cowboy, cowboy, pumpkin cowboy.
But is he a pumpkin cowboy?
But one day when pumpkin cowboy was out tending to his spear, a frightened child came from town with a message soft but clear. The townsfolk said that he'd end up dead if he didn't heed their warning, for they heard that the cowboy cat would be there the next morning.
Oh, look at Cowboy Cat, I love him.
Through the prairie, Cowboy Cat had ruined lives, and they said he was a devilish man who liked to play with knives.
Oh
He'd
no.
steal your purse and do much worse if a hairball made him grouchy. If you summed up some of the things he's done with one word, it'd be ouchie. Though we had heard tales while on the trails of the feline fiend reviled, pumpkin cowboy couldn't leave, for his cow was now with child. If they ran away, she'd have to stay, and she might not survive. So we waited by her side all night for the scoundrel to arrive. Cowboy,
This is pretty good. I like this.
our hero hadn't realized that he'd begun to doze, and his mind was awfully groggy when he finally arose. He touched the ground and sadly found the thing that he had feared. While he slept under the moonless night, his cow had disappeared. A balloo came from the nearby field, and the cry was harsh and chill. Cat Cowboy held our hero's cow, and it looked like he could kill.
Oh no.
Cowboy spoke in hurried yells as he pleaded with the cat. He'd give him all his ranch and land, he'd let him take his hat. But the rascal took no compromise, no hat, nor ranch, nor plane. He said the thing he wanted most was just to inflict pain. And as pumpkin cowboy heard this, he ran at such a clip that Cowboy Cat got startled and the knife began to slip, and then he crashed into shovel, cat, and pumpkin flesh and blade.
And the knife fell to the arid ground, and the scoundrel stood, then swayed.
Cat cowboy crumbled to the dirt, and pumpkin kneeled beside, and cow stood vigil next to him as pumpkin cowboy cried. He tipped his hat at cowboy cat and stood without a sound, and when townfolk came to cheer his name, our hero wasn't found.
Some say he started wandering for greener fields to roam, but he didn't.
Manny Nez says they don't get it. It's about a pumpkin cowboy,
there
man.
at home.
There's nothing to
The
get.
very next morn, the calf was born, the town's own pride and joy. And the folks will regale you with a gorgeous tale. The tale of a pumpkin cowboy.
Yay! You get it? He's a cowboy, but he's also a pumpkin. You get it? Hey, good job, BDG.
Eating Mike Tyson's ass. Arigato. No!
Eating Mike Tyson's ass.
Eating Mike Tyson's ass. Oh no! Eating Mike Tyson's space ass さん。アスって言わないつもりだったのに。
Why?
次はエンドレスラムチョップジャムスケエスタツヤ Eating Mike Tyson's ass. No!
Is she just reading these without?
No. Eating Corona ass.
Got all the healing you need right here.
Cheers, you're a gem.
Oh, man, this is fun. There we go. All right. Wow, this is absolutely mint. Whoa, got a rare dude all right here.
Every time. It's so stupid. They're so stupid. They're so stupid.
Alright, we got the bank all to ourselves tonight. Boss said he'd be sending over some help. Said he was consigningly punctual, whatever the heck that means. Sweet mother, Jesus, where the hell did you come from? Hey, wrong way, buddy. What's he doing? Where's he going? Hey, equipment's over there. Where you going? Where'd he get that box from? What are you gonna do with the box? Holy Jesus. What the heck? Jeez. What the Christ? Where'd he go? What just happened? Did you
Thought
hear
I just heard something.
Now that I know that I can trust you, I have a very important job for you. Vinny Two Squeaks has been siphoning money from me. I need you to track him down, find out where he is. You did well, but now the difficult part will be finding just where he put all that money that he stole.
Hey, it's the money!
You've proven your loyalty both to me and to my family. You deserve the spot as my number 2 in the organization. With you as my new number 1, nothing will stand in our way as we... Hey boss, you need something? What the hell?
What the f?
That's great. I love that.
Looks like I'm the
That's
boss.
good. I like that. I love you, Joel Haver. You do a good job.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, this is a fucking shit mess. This is a fucking shit. Yeah! Oh, it's the dog of wisdom. Yeah. Oh, that is good. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Is the fucking cyberpunk music? In 2012? I don't know. Oh, it's Command and Conquer. Alright, that's enough.
Okay. Excuse me. Alright. There's the foot. There's the turkey. Okay, fine. And here comes the mail truck. Oh, he's coming across the street at me.
Uh-oh.
Alright. Maybe this is true. Okay. No! Oh my god! Okay. Oh my god! Okay. Go away. Go away. Go away.
No, Turkey is nice. Turkey wants to be friend.
Holy crap. Excuse my language. Alright. Oh! Oh! Jesus Christ! No! God! No! Go away! Go away! Help! Okay. He won't stop. Ah! Okay. Thank you.
Turkey just want to be friend.
It's true. It's so true. No! Ah! God! Help! Ah! What do we do? Can you grab it? Throw something at him? I can't throw my camera at him.
It's a turkey, lady.
I don't know if he would bite me or what he would do. But thank God for that mail truck. And I think I'm gonna
It's just a turkey.
get in my car. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, fine.
Where'd it go?
He's out this window now. Here he is. Oh, Okay.
Yeah, turkeys are nice.
He's like circling around my car. There he is in the front.
The
Waiting for me to come
American
out.
animal should definitely have been a turkey.
Oh my God, there he is. He's waiting
Turkeys
for
are
me to get out
cool.
of the car. Well, I mean, I would not want to be the people living here. Thank you very much. I'm shaking. If the camera's shaking, it's because I'm shaking.
Oh my
arm
God.
is shaking because I'm scared of that turkey.
Yeah, I know Ben Franklin wanted it to be a turkey.
Before we get started, you might have seen a video floating around on YouTube from SunnyV2 talking about how primitive building videos are pretty much all fake.
I watched that video.
Or you would have seen Critical's video reacting to the SunnyV2 video, with the main point being that
I
the
did
majority of those wholesome videos you see of people making mud houses, fires, or even little canals,
Well, that's, like,
they're
obviously fake,
The majority
too.
of them are completely staged, and just that shot of the camera, there's a huge construction team ready to take over. But I'm here to tell you that the plague of staged content has moved far from the borders of wholesome building video.
Guys, I want to be really clear, okay? I need to be really clear with all of you. I've never faked a video in my life. Everything you see here is totally real. I love to keep it real. Thank you.
And now it has completely contaminated restoration videos. I'm sure you've heard of restoration videos. It's those
I've
videos
watched
where
some.
someone gets a thing, usually covered in rust, and then they get the rust off, and you look at it before and after it was covered in rust, and you go, oh my God, that looks so clean, it's so satisfying. It's basically one of those try not to be satisfied videos, but instead of it being putty that someone puts their fingers in, it's usually getting rust off a 50 cal Desert Eagle. But
Oh shit! King Kaiju gifted 25 subs! Thank you, Mr. Kaiju! Oink, 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 oink. You get 5 extra oinks. Because I appreciate it. And I'm trying to keep it real. Ow. Oops. Mistakes were made.
yeah, unfortunately, to break the news, the majority of them are completely fake. There was a video uploaded by a YouTuber called Backyard Ballistics, a channel that mainly focuses on restoring firearms from the 1900s to more modern guns, and posted a video titled "Most Restoration Videos Are Fake, Here's How to Spot Them."
I've been doing many restoration videos recently, since that allows me to provide some sort of scientific content
that's
while
real
keeping
Rust.
people interested. And in this period, nothing interests viewers more than the word restoration combined with a rusted object on a thumbnail.
I hate to admit it, but this guy is totally...
Yeah, the room's so dark, so all you guys got to see is all this good shit. Right?
Spot on. If you right now go onto the YouTube search bar, type in restoration, and you filter it by the most viewed video, you'll probably be greeted by a video that only came out about a year ago, and it has over 100 million views. They even put in the thumbnail how many views the video has. Cheers for that, by the way. I couldn't look 3 centimeters to the right. I'd never be able to tell. Now, the reason Backyard Ballistics made this video is because he had a lot of comments asking him how to tell fake videos apart, and he's even had a couple comments calling his videos fake. And essentially, he made this video so we, the audience, could be able to tell the difference between genuine videos
I fake a video?
and completely staged ones. Now, the main gist of what he's trying to get at is for most staged videos, someone will buy something that's already in pristine condition and then completely ruin it themselves. Doing that means that they know how to undo the damage that they've done to the object, meaning that the final product will look good as new. He's essentially made 2 categories: strong fakes, which are the Saul Goodmans, and then mild fakes, which are the Chuck McGills.
A strong fake is one in which the look of the object is altered through a process different than natural decay phenomena. In its most common form, the item is covered in a mixture of dyes, pigments, binders, and
that's
fillers,
obviously
usually
fake.
tailored to look like some form of corrosion
That's
product.
obviously
it's basically
fake.
painted over, often with commercially available products. You can usually spot this kind of scammy content quite easily just by looking carefully. For example, there is no reason for a plastic or rubber piece to become rust-colored, nor for a steel object to develop green or bluish corrosion products.
Yeah.
If you see a steel object with green stuff on it, then what you're looking at is most certainly fake.
He makes a great point here, and I love with hindsight that we can tell like how horribly fake these are. I totally understand that someone passing rusted steel as green, but why would a car tire that's made of rubber have rust on it? Honestly, at this point, get any kid to install Minecraft, tell them to mine copper, and then see what happens after 10 minutes. He even goes on to mention that these strong fakes, their attempt to cover up that it's actually not genuine, is pathetic.
Another thing that could give away one of these fakes is the presence of uncovered areas that have been missed during the application of fake rust.
Oops.
For example, a Slink's Weaver could leave a shadow during spraying, and there's no natural process that would leave such an appearance.
He also makes a good point that removing the rust from the metal, it's quite a heavy process and you need an erosive tool. And the problem is that's going to cause, is it corrosion or erosion? I don't want to fucking butcher it here. Corroding, yeah. It's not like just pulling PVA glue off your fingers. It's going to cause damage to the metal. So usually if you remove rust...
When you remove rust, you have a slightly smaller object than when you started.
You're going to have layers of little scratches and craters, but in these videos, they remove the rust and it looks completely brand new. It almost reminds me, you know those like daytime TV shows where they have like a chef on and it's like, look at this amazing meal you could make. They tell you all the steps to make it. And then they just go, here's one I made earlier. And they just pull it out of an oven like someone else made it. So that pretty much covers up strong fakes. They're usually that comedically bad that you can pretty much tell. But mild fakes take up the majority of YouTube and they're a lot more harder to spot, a bit more crafty. Now, what mild fakes tend to do is speed up the process. They'll intentionally bury an object or they'll dip it in some kind of acid or liquid to erode it faster. It is genuine as opposed to like, you know, painting dirt on yourself, but it's the equivalent of spending $50 on Candy Crush so you can skip 200 levels. You cheated. You cheated not only the game, but yourself. Disgusting vermin.
First of all, corrosion that happened over many years looks different. Look for these stamps. They are very hard crystals of corrosion products and they take very long to form.
Yeah, that
this
looks
one
like
was
shit.
on the K98KR restored. Another one where you can clearly see them is the Model 91 car canal and also the Steyr 1912 that I did last. In order to cause this rusting on purpose, I would have needed to start doing it before I even thought of doing YouTube.
Now, I do want to say, I'm British. I am not a gun scholar. The first time I ever
true.
fired a gun, it had a silencer on it. And I was genuinely convinced that firing that gun would make the exact same noise as a PPK in GoldenEye. Only to fire the gun and then have a panic attack from how loud the noise was and going partially deaf. The point I'm trying to make is this backyard guy, his entire bread and butter is about restoring guns, so he knows exactly what he's talking about, even to the point of distinguishing how erosion marks could have been fabricated or not, even to the point of looking at the marks of a gun to see if it's old damage from years ago or it's been faked to look good for the video. He also makes the point that guns in Europe are pretty heavily tracked as opposed to, you know, Burgerland.
That's
so you'll
right,
see a lot of these videos being like, oh, I found rocket launcher in abandoned house in Birmingham. I mean, no, to be fair, you probably would find that in Birmingham, but Birmingham is not all of Europe.
However, this is not good for the average fake restoration channel, since very popular and video game famous guns are way more likely to gather millions of views, so restoration channels are actually encouraged to ruin some modern ones.
I love this notion that you have these gun restoration channels that are built solely around Zoomers that looked up a gun in Fortnite. You imagine 5 years from now, you get like FPS Russia come back. I have Fortnite Chug Jug. Today, guys, we're going to be restoring the double pump shotgun and John Wick skin from Fortnite. He just pulls up Keanu Reeves from the grave and just starts like dusting him.
That is because some parts, especially if they are covered by something else, including the stock, tend to retain lubricants and preservatives, and therefore resist corrosion much better than other, more exposed parts.
And the thing is, I want to say as well, he's not lying. The entire time I watched this video for reference, in my recommended, the first video I recommended at the top right was a video about restoring a Desert Eagle, and that has 22 million views.
On the other hand, channels that get several millions of views per video actually earn so much from it that an expensive gun to ruin is an affordable expense.
I just like to imagine this setting of like Far Cry 2 Africa. You've got these warlords and they just hoard all these AKs, not to sell them on, but just so they can do gun restoration videos for their
To be fair, this is really strange. Like, we were watching Pat watching a guy explaining another video of another guy who's talking about a different video. Yeah, this is the meta now. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So yeah, moral of the story is money bad. Money bad. If
You
it's
know what
not
I
in my
do
pocket.
get?
Time, monster. You
Monster.
don't belong in this world. It was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh.
Hey, what the fuck is going on? Dude. We skipped one part. Damn. Oh, are we doing the thing? No, we didn't. Okay. Mary, we're doing the thing. Yes, we did. Where's the die monster? We did thing. H. O. ... Isdald savksbdaskst. Scroll up, homie. Stgash dabesadst. Okay, again.
Time,
Die, monster.
You don't belong in this world. It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute. You steal men's souls, and make them your slaves. Perhaps the same could be said of all religions. Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Gamer.
But enough talk. Die, monster.
Fuck. JK Sach Stabs Sack Sads.
Chew.
Okay, so I want to point out, people don't know what that is. What that is a bunch of guys in Discord were trying to do the whole die monster thing in text. So it's a Discord chat log. So when the skeleton comes in and goes, "What the fuck is going on?" That's why they're getting pissed, and they're like, are we doing it? Yeah, we're doing it. Etc. I don't feel like watching this. I'm gonna watch this one.
Hey dude, I made this pretty cool meme. I wanted to show it to you. Oh, that's so funny. How'd you make it? Well, you see, first I added this really colorful background, and then this really funny cartoon of a salamander, and then this text, ask for a water cup and fill it with soda. I call it Sneaky Salamander.
Good meme.
Oh, you want to know how to make a fresh meme? Well, let me show you. First, you take an oversaturated hallway, fill it with shadow demons, and then add some text like, "Me and the boys at 2 a.m.
That's actually dead on. That's absolutely 100% dead on. Funny dog yell. Dog do a yell. I love dogs. So you gonna do the infinite in the air? So you gonna do the fucking infinite? No, this is the Hideko one where she's gonna chase him down. Oh, you guys don't know about Homogeneous? Homogeneous, A History of Gay Inventors, is a fucking chunky, deep-fried fucking fighting game playlist of like 150 completely garbage fucking trash SNK emulation fucking shitposts from the wild, wild land of 2009. Yeah, build the super! Build the super! Build the super! Build the super! Now pump it! Yeah! Do it! Do the move! Just do the move for 18 fucking seconds! Do it! Do the move! Fucking do it! Fucking just keep doing it! Time over!
A runabout. I'll steal it! No one will ever know! No one will ever know! No one will ever know! No one will ever know!
I think that what's his name? Mel. I think Mel Blanc screaming is one of the best fucking things that's ever existed. Okay, who's the jackass who sent me this? Who's the fucking asshole who sent me my own video of myself? Look at him, he's snooping. Oh, what's happening? Oh. No. No, oh, he can't get it. Oh, no, it's too far. No. Oh. Oh, he's cute. I want to kiss his nose. I want to kiss him. This is why I got the pig dog. Oh, I love him. I hate that they are delicious. That is upsetting to me that the pig is delicious. I do not like it.
I might just be a servant among lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my duties as seriously as the Jarl himself takes his.
Yeah! Oh. I love that horse mask. That horse mask is the best. Fucking love horse mask. Yeah! Alright, that's enough. And for the last video of the night...
Yo, that looks like the battle pass. That's it. Looks like the battle pass. That looks like fort, mate. That shit looks like the battle pass. That's what? And that's what he say. Finally show me this man's all right.
Alright, Man in a Cave will be the start of next week. Because that's a long fucking video. Okay? That'll be the start of next week. Because that's a long fucking video. So instead we'll watch this.
Someone said, Vinny, what's your #1 unpopular opinion?
Now that is from a chat member named Daddy's Jizzies. My number one most unpopular opinion is that if you name yourself Daddy's Jizzies in a Twitch chat, that you don't deserve the respect of the streamer or your fellow chat members in the same way someone else might, for example. That's maybe my most unpopular opinion. I know not a lot of people would agree with that, but I'll still give you cursory respect because I myself am, a nobody, nothing, like stupid man. But I believe one must be very, very specific about their choice of naming themselves on the internet. You're welcome for the audio clips, chat. I know that's how you do. Vin, you named yourself off a Mario Party game where you and your pals thought piranha plants looked like assholes. Says Orifice Horus. What a great name that is. That's a good one. You're right. You are correct, by the way.
Wait,
Orifice.
That's what fucking Vine Sauce is? It's piranha plant butt juice? Oh my god.
Taurus. Under the floorboards with Harrison Ford. But I will say that, Daddy's Jizzies is a little bit more on the nose. I just said that out loud, too. Boy, this decade's Chrono Trigger stream is just a gold mine for clips. Vinny, I think you were right about saying that this would be some people's last time here. That is right, Super Fighting Lolly. Why the fuck am I reading the names of these people and each one is... What is going on? It's been random all 3 times. And all 3 times their names have been fucking weird. Vinny, you have selective reading. My cock is humongous is the name of that chat member that just said that. I guess I do. Mike Hawk is humongous. I guess I do. You wouldn't even believe me if I told you I wasn't specifically reading that dude's chat name before I said anything. Don't act like it's a mistake, says Cummy Chameleon. Alright. Chat, I am now putting a picture of Simon Cowell over the chat so that I just don't have to read your names. I think chat now knows why I call everyone chat member. I think today was perfect proof.
Oi, what's that look for? Don't just stare at me. It's creepy.
The stream is over now. Don't look at my paper towels. Well, I really am in a void. What does it look like if I walk away? Is that scary? You guys like that? Okay, that's good. Clip that. Clip that shit. All right. Oh, let's thank some people. Oh, fucking Xenoblade. Mr. Subscribe. Thanks, man. Pat, I'm going to move across the state soon. It's going to be the biggest move I've ever done. What's the biggest moving thing you wish you'd know? Oh no. Use more packing and bubble wrap than you think you need. Zethio sub. Oh hey, half a year sub. Thank you. Amaranthos sub. I can't imagine supporting things you like. Yeah, me either. Get out of here. Fucking mosquito landed on my light. iLock sub. I want to play FF14, but the only issue is the need to do dungeons occasionally. Social anxiety and performance anxiety makes a potent toxin. There's a solution to that. The first of which is the trust system. The second of which is feel free to look up advice or practice prior. And the third of which is to run a couple of dungeons, and you will see that the average player is fucking complete trash. So as long as you give a shit at all, you will be fine. I really mean that. Templar kicked in a sub. Pray return. Yeah. Ian Doria sub. Good streams. That's a cool shirt. Thank you. Got a post for the fans. D. Delilah sub. So to hang in with Mr. Cooper. And King of the Space Wasp. Thank you. And Inu Oblivion subscribed. Thanks, guys, for coming out. I will now go raid somebody. And then tomorrow, we're going to play the penis game. We're going to play Scorn. The dripping dick game that is Scorn. What the fuck is the Yanners doing? A charity stream? Cool. Let's go raid the Yanners. And I'll see you tomorrow for the drippy penis game. Okay? Cool. Bye. I just realized I have to actually hit the thing. And then Saturday, by the way, we're going to finish up Hildebrand. Okay? All right, great.